Is everyone and everything in our dreams an aspect of ourselves? I tend to believe they are. So, the late great father of psychotherapy, Carl Jung, he talked about looking at dreams through the lens of everything and everyone being an aspect of ourselves. So, I think it's at least worthy of a nod. It's worthy of at least checking it out. So, let me give you this opportunity to do this. If you need to pause this recording, please do. But I'm going to ask you to consider a dream symbol or a person in a dream that you had recently, or it might have been a vivid dream from a long time ago. But I want you to contemplate a particular symbol or a person. So pause the video until you have that in mind. Okay, so do you have it? A person or a symbol? And I want you to just close your eyes, if you would, for a moment and call that symbol to mind or that person to mind. I'm just going to refer to it as a symbol. So I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that you're making this symbol larger than life. Make it the size of the room that you're in. Now, if this is an unpleasant symbol, then protect yourself by putting a pink bubble around you so that you're not harmed by this. But if it's benign or just odd, go ahead and imagine that you can step inside of this symbol now that it's larger than life. Become aware of what that feels like to be inside this symbol. What's the nature of this symbol? Is it intense? Is it pleasant? Is it masculine? Is it feminine? Is it soft? Is it powerful? So just take a breath and acknowledge what the quality that you would ascribe to this symbol is now that you're inside of it. And ask yourself this question. And if you'd like to journal, pause the recording and journal about this. How might this quality be trying to communicate something to me? In other words, how might this be important in my life? If it's power, if it's softness, if it's kindness, if it's edginess, am I missing this in my life? And this might help me, or perhaps I'm overdoing this quality, and that's why this dream came to me. Journal your response to the question, how might this dream symbol and the energy of it be coming to me to support me in my life? Pause the recording until you've journaled or meditated on that question. Very good. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of a story of somebody who shared this with me once. They had a dream about King Kong. And this was a man who was kind of slight stature. And in his dream, he was being pursued by King Kong. And he thought, there's no way that King Kong is an aspect of me. There's nothing about my behavior that is at all big and destructive and powerful like that. But I asked him to do this exercise. And what he came to when he stepped inside of King Kong is that he recognized that this being was tremendously powerful and destructive in that power. But in his imagination, in stepping inside of the King Kong, he felt himself rise to the shoulder of King Kong. And with his conscious self and King Kong, he was able to navigate King Kong through the city of New York so that he didn't step on anyone and he didn't break any buildings. But from that high stature, he was able to see a lot more clearly than he could when he was just on the ground floor. He was actually able to feel much more powerful than he had been feeling before. So he developed an allegiance, and he made King Kong his ally and ended up getting a figurine and putting it on his desk of King Kong to help to remind him of this power. So this is just an example of somebody who started off thinking, this dream has nothing to do with me. It's about the news. It's about other people, until he realized it was an aspect of himself that he had disowned. And once he owned it, the power that it gave him was tremendous. So I hope this is helpful. And I hope that you're able to find an aspect of your power by stepping inside a dream symbol that you may or may not have thought might have had anything to do with you.